tight end set. And it is a handoff up the gut to Brooks. A 2-yard pickup on the play, 2nd down and 8.
Right.
Here's one of the advantages, Nick, that we got to see last week against Southside. If this score continues to hold, and especially if the Bearcats can get up 38-0, one of the great things to have as a program, if you can get some of these younger players in a semifinal game in the playoffs, like that's how you build a program for the long haul. That's something that head coach Jared Ball has really harped on in this postseason for his team. All right, another handoff out of the gun. And Brooks still pushing through past the 25 to the 30-yard line, a 12-yard pickup on the play.
Hey, you are correct exactly what you said. Cooper Slade got in last week, sophomore in the radio class. I told him, I said, you were so excited, I thought you were going to run all the way into Southside's bench on the other side. But you're right, the experience you get only leads to more excitement and interest in your program. Now, what I'm more concerned with here, obviously, win the ball game, Calvin. I'm watching a lot of extracurricular activity. Not saying the Bearcats are innocent on every play.
Correct.
Really have to be careful here, though. You don't want an unsportsmanlike. You don't want an ejection, so take care of your business. If things hold up, we want you to be on the sidelines in the dome.
Bearcats in the gun, and now we have an official that's going to, it'll be a timeout taken. I believe that's Destrehan that took it. 5:49 left to go in the third. Rustin, 31. Destrehan, 0. Back in 30 seconds, this is Bearcat football on Q94.1, the BearcatNationNetwork.com. Marine broadcast booth. Ruston leads 31-0. First down and 10 for Ruston on their own 30-yard line. 5:49 left to go in the third quarter. Quarterback run out of the shotgun. 35-yard line to the 37. And they will mark this play at the 38. 8-yard pickup on the play. 2nd down and 2. Bearcats, another great run for these tailbacks. Let's see, Dylon Brooks, we're going to see if we can get his yardage for this game. Brooks, 116 yards rushing tonight with 2 touchdowns. What a career for this senior. I formation again. And off to the fullback, Lander Smith. And he'll bring the pile forward for a gain of 4 on the play. That'll be a first down pickup for Ruston.
That's really eating up the clock. You look at 5:02, little 5 minutes and remaining here in the third quarter. Bearcats leading at 31-0. Just exactly what Jared Ball wanted to do. Very successful. Keep the ball out of their hands. And really surprised, Kyle, about the Destrehan offensive strategy tonight. I thought really what they did on that last possession was the best they've done all night, extending the plays, throwing the ball deep downfield. But this Bearcat defense has just been phenomenal. Over in Forsyth, Central still leading Neville 10-7. 35 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And off up the middle to Hayes, and he'll get past the 45. Looks to be at the 46-yard line, I believe. Nope, they'll mark him back at the 45. Just a 3-yard gain on the play for the Jet.
I want to say this, too. You got to look at Earl Griffin, offensive coordinator for the Bearcats. What you're able to do is have 2 very good running backs, and they're not jealous of each other. And you think, we had the injury to one last year, and they alternate with their injuries, but when they're both healthy, getting equality carries for both backs, and certainly they've done that, and they're not jealous of each other. They're rather supporting one another for the Bearcats.
2nd down and 7 from the 45-yard line. Shotgun formation for Brantley. And he'll run it himself, 45 to midfield, and Brantley has the first down. 8-yard pickup on the play. And it will be 1st and 10 for Ruston at the Destrehan 46-yard line.
Of course, Brantley signed with Tulane the other day in the auxiliary gym. A good signing class. 4 signed football, 2 signed baseball, 1 softball. Morgan Foster with McNeese softball.
Yep.
You had David Griep going to El Dorado to play baseball, left-handed pitcher for the Bearcats. And Jake Simmons going to East Central Community College in Mississippi, outfielder for the Bearcat baseball team. Then the 4 football players, Sam Nations going to Northwestern State, Aiden Anding to LSU, Zarek Hill to Louisiana Tech.
Go Dogs! Fullback carry up the middle. 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7 coming up for Rustin. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bearcats lead 31-0.
All right, and you have Darius James in a defensive back for Destrehan. A little extracurricular. I wouldn't mind you. You look at with 2:49 remaining here. Just got to keep your composure, leading 31-0. Unless you have a colossal epic failure, you're going to win this ball game and go play for your third consecutive trip to the Dome.
Isn't that incredible?
Absolutely.
2nd down and 8, ball at the Destrehan 44. Brantley, drops the snap. Well, hands it off to Hayes. Hayes up the middle, 40-35, and a broken play still turns into a first down pickup. Jordan the Jet Hayes runs for 12. Again, the chains will move. 1st down and 10, Rustin at the Destrehan 32.
This one would erase a lot of demons, a lot of football left to play for me, but remember running the camera for the late Billy Laird. Colby Johnson, quarterback for the Bearcats. They go into Grambling, thought the Bearcats were going to win that game. Of course, miserable weather, a fumble in the red zone. Lost that one 6-0, and of course, the state championship loss. And never been part of a victory over Destrehan. Hopefully, we can erase that in 13 minutes.
1st down and 10, I formation. Handoff up the middle again. Inside the 30. And they'll mark the runner down at the 27-yard line. 5-yard pickup on the play.
Boy, Cedric Roan really doing a great job on that offensive line for the Bearcats tonight. We don't talk about offensive linemen near enough. Sam Nation, Brooks Brown.
The clock's still moving, nearing the 1-minute mark of the third quarter.
Cam Vincent.
All Rustin through the first 2 quarters. All Rustin here in the third.
They move to the 4th on Forsyth. Neville still trailing Central 10-7.
2nd down and 5. And, run to the outside the 10-yard line. And into the end zone. And that's another Bearcat touchdown on the play for Rustin. Quarterback keeper for Josh Brantley into the end zone. And at this point, you're putting icing on a very well-baked cake. 37-0 with 53 seconds to go in the third as we await the point after. An official's timeout taken for some reason, not sure why.
There is an injury on the field
Yeah,
over on the far sideline?
I see it, yep. I tell you what, we will take a quick 30-second timeout with the injury. 53 seconds to go in the third. Rustin 37, Destrehan nothing. Back at 30 seconds. You're listening to Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
At GBT, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community, and we're proud to cheer on Ruston High Athletics.
Whether it's on the field, court, or track, we're excited to stand by our athletes and celebrate their hard work and dedication. With GBT, you're always banking on a winning team. Go Bearcats!
Yeah, whatever the injury is for Destrehan, it's got to be a pretty bad one. The player is off the field, but now both the Bearcats are coming to their sideline. We still haven't had the point after attempt by Jack Elliott. And head coach Jared Baugh is actually making his way over there as well. Very classy move.
I want to tell you, look at Classy Boo. You talk about last week, Bearcats faced Southside. Today in class, we were watching it's a radio class, so watching the Alabama State Championship, the Jackson Aggies over Cherokee County. And Jackson won the state championship. They could run up the score, and Hudson Wilkerson, and call him Huddy, and Kavari and Key were explaining football to all the other non-football people in the class, and they couldn't get over how in Alabama they don't run the clock and how Jackson kept scoring. And they said, well, Coach Ball would never do that. And I thought that was really kind of neat to hear the guys talk about their head coach that way.
Yep.
And certainly enjoyed that, and I'm enjoying this 37-0 lead over the Destrehan Wildcats.
All right, now Elliott will be able to attempt the point after. Again, Ruston up with 53 seconds to go in the third quarter. About to be up 38-0 if Elliott can hit this point after. Josh Brantley with a 31-yard run. Point after is up, and it's good. 53 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ruston 38, Destrehan nothing. Back in 30 seconds. This is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
At GBT, we're more than just a bank. We're part of the community, and we're proud to cheer on Ruston High Athletics.
Whether it's on the field, court, or track, we're excited to stand by our athletes and celebrate their hard work and dedication. With GBT, you're always banking on a winning team. Go Bearcats!
Holland Real Estate Group has been serving the commercial real estate needs in Louisiana for over 30 years.
Because your business means everything to you, we know the importance of proper planning and location management. With our extensive knowledge of the area, we're able to create individualized solutions for our clients. We work closely with our community leaders to
Missed extra point, and the Tigers lead 13-10 over the Central Wildcats with 9:18 left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, the winner of that one will be facing
Rustin
looks
Bearcats.
like Rustin Bearcats in the Superdome next week.
If you jinx it that bad, it's not on you.
I will resign.
I will tell you this, though. You're the guy that talks about a pitcher having a no-hitter. Like, hey, you got a no-hitter going, Johnny?
I just told Hunter Smith in the pregame I do not talk to pitchers during no-hitters.
No, well, you certainly have tried to jinx it with your well-baked cake, but here we go.
Ball bounces at the 23-yard line, and it will be fielded by Wright. And he goes up the far sideline, tripped up to the 26-yard line. And finally tackled and down, and they'll actually mark him down at the 25. So 1st and 10 Destrehan, 42 seconds to go in the third quarter. Destrehan will have the ball on their own 25.
Yeah, that was really one of the first times, Kyle, that we've seen Central try and Central. I'm going to get to that. What I was going to tell you is years ago I called a game, and it was at Central of Baton Rouge, and they informed me that they were not Central of Baton Rouge. They were Central. Well, now if you go look at the playoff brackets, it says Central BR. So Central trailing Neville 13-10.
That BR can mean anything.
Boca Raton. I'd like to go to Boca on a cold weather like today. Or are you going Boca?
Shotgun formation, 3 receivers for the Wildcats. Malachi Dabney still in at tailback. Man in motion is Wilfred. And it's a handoff to Dabney up the middle. And he gets past the 25. And he'll be tackled just shy of the first down marker at the 34. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Yeah, you're trailing 38-0. And I get it. You're going to put the ball on the ground. Dabney's obviously your playmaker. But you're eating up the clock. I mean, you're basically conceding here with a 38-0 deficit.
Fields back to throw, has a man open on the near side. And that is Mack. He makes a couple of dance moves and finally knocked out of bounds.
Now,
and I will give credit. If Jaden Anding got his hand off of the jersey just in time to keep from tackling Mack out of bounds, which would have been a personal foul.
Correct. And I'm also going to give credit to Terry Lewis because Terry Lewis backed off as well.
4 seconds to go in the third. And it is another sweep, and Zarek Hill is going to bring the runner down behind the line of scrimmage.
That Louisiana Tech signee is playing lights out. We'll be joining Jaden Mayfield and Christian Davis over at Louisiana Tech for the Bulldogs.
I got to talk to Zarek, and I'll tell you more about that when we come back for the fourth quarter. Through 3 quarters, the Bearcats lead 38-0. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
Holland Real Estate Group has been serving the commercial real estate needs in Louisiana for over 30 years.
Because your business means everything to you, we know the importance of proper planning and location management. With our extensive knowledge of the area, we're able to create individualized solutions for our clients. We work closely with our community leaders to understand growth in the area. Ensuring successful win-win relationships for our clients is what we do best.
Second down and 14, ball at the Destrehan 35-yard line, 12 minutes away from the Ruston Bearcats making their third consecutive trip to the Mercedes-Benz, Caesars, whatever we call it, Superdome. Shotgun formation for Fields. And once this play is over with, I'll talk a little bit more about Zarek. Play fake, quick screen pass, caught by Mack. Makes a nice move at the 35, but gets to the 40. And down at the 42-yard line, 7-yard pickup on the play. I got to talk with Zarek about the opportunity to reunite with both Jaden Mayfield and Christian Davis. He's elated. I mean, he was using words like, my excitement is off the charts. There's really no way to describe it. He's so ready to get into a Bulldog uniform. And, of course, after tonight, it looks like he's going to have one more game. And now that will be down in New Orleans next Saturday. Fields back to throw again from the shotgun. Goes over the middle. Pass is caught. And it will be enough for a first down for Mack. 9-yard gain on the play to the Rustin 49-yard line.
Like Keelan Davis in on the tackle for the Bearcats.
Our fourth quarter is brought to you by our friends at the Lincoln Parish Journal.
I'll take this one. The Lincoln Parish Journal comes to your inbox every day at 6:55. You know what it costs you? Nothing. It's absolutely free. Go to LincolnParishJournal.com and sign up today. I read it every day. It's the LPJ.
And with your
wait. I'm not finished, sir. Lincoln Parish Journal. By locals, for locals. Did I nail it?
So close. But we'll take it. Fields goes up the far sideline. Miscommunication with this wide receiver. Incomplete. Brings up second down and 10. It's by Lincoln Parish residents. For Lincoln Parish residents.
And that would be by locals, for locals. We're in Lincoln Parish. That's local. I guess you're critical. My goodness gracious. Well-baked cake with a true freshman. Did the true freshman enjoy a well-baked cake?
You'll be happy to know I didn't say true freshman once tonight.
He hasn't been in yet, but if he does, you're going to say it. And he's going to have a well-baked cake after the game. As opposed to a raw cake.
You can overcook a cake.
Tell me about it, Ryan.
Fields dumps it off. Nobody in the vicinity. It looked like it was supposed to be a jailbreak screen, and I think that the tailback, Tony Crump, didn't know where he was supposed to go, and so that falls incomplete, third down and 10.
What was interesting, because Crump is the one that shoved us in the back a few plays ago and really just didn't leave the backfield. I mean, he was the only guy there. It was definitely for him. I'm waiting for the Lincoln Parish Journal to do a Malcolm Butler hunting expose. Every time I see him, he's in camouflage.
He'd go get that buck. Third down and 10. Ball at the Rustin 49-yard line. Fields. Oh, he's going to be sacked. He loses the football. It's a scoop for the Bearcats. And up the near sideline, finally tackled. And that recovery for Rustin. Want to make sure we give it to the proper player. I believe it's got to be Peyton. No, that is
Kavarian Key.
Keegan Goldsmith.
Keegan Goldsmith on the run for the Bearcats.
I thought he might have a big boy touchdown, but he was tackled at the Destrehan 15-yard line.
You know, I'm going to say something that at Bearcats, and I'm going to go with you on the no-hitter. If the Bearcats score here, Kyle, we'll have a running clock in the semifinals. That was not on my bingo card.
That was Goldsmith. Recovered the fumble and brought it back to the Destrehan 15-yard line.
You know, those guys are soaking it in. Saw them in between. We had a unique schedule today at Ruston High. We had advisory as well as pep rally schedule. You don't get that very often.
And the second-string offense has made its way in. Sam Hartwell, the quarterback, hands it off to the freshman, Dalen Powell, who carries it for 3 yards up the middle, bring up 2nd down and 7.
And it was interesting because they were just congregating in the hallway, and you could just tell they really were soaking it in, the spirit in the hallways, and it really was one of those moments you like to see. And, in fact, you have students sometimes that don't really come to a lot of football games, and a guy came up to me in class. He said, "Coach, you know you can go to the game for $1 tonight?" I said, "Yes."
I did.
He goes, "I bought my ticket. I know it's going to be cold, but I'm ready." And that's what it does. It really opens it up. Winning does that, but guys, it was like, my mom's going to drop me off. And so really enjoy watching that cat box full.
Xander Hayes was responsible for that strip on the that strip sack, recovered by Keegan Goldsmith. Handoff up the middle. Close to a first down, but not quite. Got a 6-yard pickup, brings 3rd down and 1. 9:25 left to go in the ball game. Ruston up 38-0. Dalen Powell on the carry there for the Bearcats. It's actually going to be 3rd down and 2.
Number 84 checking in for the Bearcats. It's going to be senior tight end Dalton Brooks. Try to get some of those offensive linemen in, but your eyes are better than mine, so.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I formation, Hartwell under center. Dalen Powell, the freshman running back behind him. And Hartwell keeps it himself into the end zone for a 7-yard touchdown for the sophomore quarterback. And over in Monroe, with 5.5 minutes left to go, Neville leads 13-10, and they are in the red zone. Another point after coming up for the Bearcats. 44-0, and the clock is about to start running. Point after up, and it's blocked. And so
the streak is over.
And that will end, and we have another flag for extracurriculars well after the play.
At this point, one thing that's glad that it is a running clock, because that is going to be frustration from Destrehan, and you're going to retaliate. It's always the second person that gets caught.
And that will be the first miss of this long season for Jack Elliott.
But you said it earlier. He's perfect on the season. At that point, I felt it deep inside. I said it's going to happen.
I said it once. I stopped saying it, so it's not a full jinx, but I'll take partial credit, unfortunately.
There's 2 things that you need to own, that one and but you know what? I'm going to let you redeem yourself and pick out where we eat in New Orleans, because we're going.
Back to the Dome 3 years in a row for the Ruston Bearcats. There have been 2 golden ages of Ruston football, back in the 50s and then in the 80s. And now I think it's safe to say we are well within the 3rd golden era of Ruston High School football. No team from Ruston High in this historic program has ever gone to the Dome 2 years in a row, much less 3. Ruston will now punch its ticket for its 3rd straight trip to New Orleans.
Entered the officiating crew out of Lafayette, and running the clock tonight. The official told me that he called his first game when Chick Childers was coaching the Bearcats.
No kidding.
Now, he said he started in 1984, I do believe.
I was but a wee toddler. Bearcats will kick off, and that will be Jack Elliott kicking from the Destrahan 45 after the personal foul. Elliott.
And really only did a 2-step drop, and that is a touchback into the end zone.
So 1st and 10 Destrehan. This Bearcat team and coaching staff deserves an outstanding ovation from these fans and from these students. Once it's 0-0s on the clock.
As 3:50 remaining over on Forsyth, Neville leading at 13-10. Decision time for the Tigers. If it's going to be 4th, will they kick the field goal? They're going to go for it, leading by 3.
So 7.5 minutes left to go here in the Lincoln Parish Journal 4th quarter. And now a timeout taken by head coach Jared Ball for the Ruston Bearcats. Let's go ahead and take one as well. Ruston 44. Destrehan 0. 7:23 left to play. Back in 30 seconds from the Wood Marine broadcast booth. This is Bearcat Football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
And on a journey towards the best dentistry with exceptional care, you need travel no further than the heart of Ruston. There you will find the team behind Johnston & Murphy Dental Care. It's a goal built on the tradition of excellence, established more than 60 years ago, a legacy in superior dental care and unparalleled customer service. It's a journey worth taking and one we're proud to make with you. Come experience the best dentistry and exceptional customer service. Johnston & Murphy Dental Care. There's a story behind every smile.
Play fake, and it turns into a handoff up the middle. Just a couple-yard pickup on the play for the Wildcat runner. It is a running clock situation for the remainder of the night. 44-0 is our score. Rustin Bearcats complete domination this evening over Destrehan, exercising the demons of the Wildcats, who have ended the Rustin Bearcats playoffs and a state championship hope 4 out of the last, I believe, 7 years. And Neville blocked a field goal attempt. Central blocked a field goal attempt and returned it all the way, and now the Wildcats of Central have the lead. There's a run up the middle.
Now, I try to get a lot of these numbers in, but you can read them a little bit better than I can. And that's one thing that you mentioned earlier, getting guys in minutes here in a semifinal game. I believe 29 in the game for the Bearcats be Darius Woods.
Shotgun formation. Fields hands it off. Run by Crump. Nice move at the 40. Still going past the 45. And tackled in Bearcat territory. It's going to be a long pickup on the play down at the Ruston 47-yard line.
And Crump is just a sophomore as well, so good bevy of running backs for the Wildcats. It made their way into the semifinal game as a 10th seed, defeated Airline last week. Put up 60, Kyle, against the Vikings of Airline.
Yeah, Central leads 16-13 on a blocked field goal against the Neville Tigers. Point after is up there, and it looks like it's going to be good. So Neville will have less than 3 minutes as a bobbled snap here and a poor handoff exchange up the middle, and the runner gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was, like I said, Central leading 17-14. 37 in the game for the Bearcats. And that's Jonathan Connor. Boy, a lot of people watching tonight, watching the Boston Bearcats watching. And I was informed they do have a running clock in Alabama, just not in the championship game.
And it is a sweep handoff to Wilford up the far side. He'll get a first down. Finally goes out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him out. Be about an 11-yard pickup on the play to the Ruston 36-yard line.
Now, what's interesting, you're going to see a lot of the guys, the starters, are getting up closer to the turf. They're like, hey, preserve the shutout. Right now, 44-0 Bearcats lead. Then, like I was like on the third team, the game is well within range of the Bearcats winning. You'd say, if they score, that stops the clock.
Handoff up the far side to Crump again. The sophomore tailback goes out of bounds. Doesn't matter if he's inbounds or out of bounds, the clock will continue to run.
Number 47, Caitlin Grace, sophomore linebacker into the game, as well as there's another number 4 into the contest. I know they're not putting Jordan Jet Hayes in on defense. You have a number 4 on defense.
I do not. Aiden Adams is number 4 on defense for the Ruston Bearcats. It is another handoff up the near side, and now it looks like Destrehan will finally get on the scoreboard with 3:41 left to go in the contest. A 34-yard run from Philip Wright III, the senior wide receiver for the Wildcats. And it took almost 45 minutes of game clock for the Wildcats to finally get on the scoreboard. And shutout or not, you were headed to the Superdome regardless, but I know that was a little moral victory there for the Bearcats, that they would have liked to have kept a big goose egg up on the scoreboard for Destrehan.
You know what? That's okay, though. Like getting those.
So under 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. Swinging gate formation on the point after. Wright with a 33-yard run. Point is up, and it's good. Right in the face of Dan Gressett, who's up on the Bearcat scoreboard.
The media class snuck that in. I had a Malaysian Bitterong to be put up on the board.
I mean, Dan Gressett looks like a Malaysian Bitterong. 2.5 minutes left to play in this ball game. Rustin leads this one 44-7. Back in 30 seconds, this is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.
When it comes to physical therapy, there's one name to know. That's Johnson Physical Therapy. And as always,
let's go down to the sidelines. I want to talk to Carswell, see how Carswell looks like a lot of team energy and enthusiasm on that sideline.
Absolutely, Nick. Everybody is pumped up because they know it's less than 2 minutes left in the game, and they're just ready to get that over with, ready to celebrate.
All right, appreciate the call to the sideline. Carswell doing a great job braving the elements as we're in the nice, comfortable press box here at the Hoss.
I took my jacket off.
I did as well.
Ball at the 40-yard line for this kickoff coming up from Jackson Harris. It's his first kickoff since the opening kickoff back in the first quarter. Harris with a low squib kick yet again. This will be fielded by Powell at the 23-yard line. And Powell spins at the 30 and still on his feet at the 35. The freshman dragging tacklers past the 40. Finally knocked out of bounds. And so Ruston will have 1st and 10 with under a minute left. And I don't even think the Bearcats have to snap the football again.
Oh, they don't. You know, that's interesting. I guess check the rules that I'm not even going to care about. But 44-7 is 37, but it continues to run. And Neville just turned the ball over on downs.
And it is time for the post-game handshakes. The Bearcats have exercised the Destrehan Demons, and Ruston will head to the Superdome for the 3rd straight season, and now with a chance to repeat as state champions 1 week and a day on Saturday, December the 14th at 3:30 p.m. in the Superdome. We head to our post-game show with Ruston winners tonight, 44-7 over the Destrehan Wildcats. Back in 2 minutes, this is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com. With us here in the Wood Marine broadcast booth tonight. We kind of mixed it up a little bit. Coach, I'm usually on your right. Sorry about this, that I'm on your left. But no, I am more than fine. Coach, congratulations. 3 straight years, 3 straight trips to New Orleans. This one here tonight, there was absolutely no doubt about it by about midway through the first quarter. That's a good Destrehan team. But when we play the way that we play, we could beat anybody.
Yeah, they're a very good football team, and nobody needs to lose track of that. It's not like it was an easy run, you hate for anybody to lose. Me and Coach Scott are really good friends and respect each other, and I just think our kids got out there and they were ready to play. We've got so many guys that have been around for the previous 2 runs to the state championship. And I think the motivation that they gained out of who they were playing tonight, I think, led into that. They wanted to, get it back. I heard several of the kids talking about getting it back for some some groups that had been through here before and hadn't been able to beat these guys. I mean, it's a tough program. It's really one of the programs whenever I took over, like you compare yourself to.
Sure.
And you want to be able to, make long runs in the playoffs and play for state championships, and Destrehan is definitely one of those football teams.
Coach, this is the Destrehan team that we knew explosive on offense coming into tonight, and they just didn't have any answer for this defense that we were throwing out at them this evening.
Yeah, our coaches did a really good job of putting together a really good game plan once again this week, and the kids got themselves prepared during the week of practice. It's one thing I've been preaching the entire year is if we go out and prepare ourselves Monday through Thursday, now to be Monday through Friday, if we get out and prepare ourselves, I don't believe there's anybody that can beat us.
Coach, things did get a little chippy during the contest, but you can expect that in a semifinal game. And that one just going back to the history of these 2 programs. And like I say, like you mentioned earlier, it had been one-sided, and there was a lot at stake tonight for both teams.
Well, there's a lot of feelings involved, whenever, people are playing their last football game. And, I just think as physical as it was, it's hard to control all your feelings and all of those things. And so I don't blame anybody about what happened. We just need to be able to control ourselves, whether there's good things happening or bad things happening, and make sure that we stay in control. But I sure don't blame anybody.
Coach, one last. I think you look at it, what this senior class has meant, and that, this fan base that came out and really supported us all year, made the travels, but just what this senior class really means to you and what they've been able to accomplish.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I mean, you look at the previous 2 senior classes, though, too. All of them in their own right have accomplished a lot of things, and these guys are no different than that. And I think they set out to do something that's never been done here at Ruston, which is hard to do. I mean, you look at all of the football games and state championship that have been won, runner-ups, all of those things. There's really not a lot of things that you can look at that haven't been done here. And, I think whenever you lay it out there in front of these guys that, hey, look, this is something that hadn't been done. If you want to do it, go out there and do it. And they take that as a challenge, and, it's a pretty special group. It's another one of those groups that I've had my hands on since they were in 6th grade, whether they were at I. Lewis or A. Phillips. And, it'll be hard to watch those guys go. But, nights like tonight and then, Saturday afternoon, having an opportunity where you're in control of when your season is finished is the best way to feel, and you're always wanting to win the last ball game.
Coach, there was a lot of big plays tonight. I want to go back to one of the key ones. Trendon Moore making that interception on Destrehan's first drive of the night. Jumped the route perfectly, landed on the ground. Talk a little bit about him and just the Bearcat secondary and how well they played tonight against, again, a very good Destrehan football team.
Yeah, they were moving the ball a little bit, having some success moving it, and that was a very big play out of Trendon, I think, just at the right time. And it kind of went like it did last week in the way of we're able to get a couple score lead, which it always changes up what somebody's trying to do offensively. You press the gas a little bit more and you speed up maybe play calling, and just because you're behind a couple of scores. And, I thought that was big for us for sure on that drive.
I want to go to the tackle. You hear a lot about Aiden, Andy, but Jaden coming up with a huge stop, one of the Deke leader, just a great play, one-on-one man in space.
Yeah, The thing is now, is like you look at these guys, they're first-year starters, both of them that you're talking about for the season, but they've played a bunch of ball games now. And so it's not like just a brand-new guy coming in, and we knew that they needed to get some experience. And the thing is like the experience that they've gotten against the quality of teams that we have played is a very big deal. And whenever you're able to do that, and that's the experience that you're gaining against the people that we play, you're able to make plays like that whenever the time comes late in the season.
Jared taking on the Central Wildcats next Saturday in the Superdome. They had a really good one over in Monroe tonight. Ended up blocking a field goal and returning it for a touchdown in the last few minutes of the game. And so, way too early to have a scout on our opponent, but that's who we're going to be up against. Number 4 Central against number 3 Ruston High in the state championship game next Saturday at 3:30 in the afternoon.
Well, I know a lot of people around here were wanting to see Rustin Neville, but I can tell you this:
Guilty.
It don't make me any damn difference who it is.
Coach, again, congratulations on a huge win. Just to reiterate what this program has been able to do, and again, in these last 3 years, it truly is another golden age of Ruston High School football. Congratulations to you, this staff, and to all these kids for what they've been able to do.
Well, sure appreciate you guys.
Thank you, sir. We don't hear that a lot, so we thank you for that.
Never.
Rustin wins this one tonight. 44-7 is our final.
And I really appreciate the crowd
Yes.
that came out tonight, and I know they'll be looking forward to a trip to the Superdome and hanging out in New Orleans. But these kids and coaches really appreciate the support that they have given us the entire year, and tonight was no different. It was really big.
All right, one more final plug. They get a chance to see us. We're going to go out next Tuesday. If you're still on for it, we can meet outdoors at sundown with the Jared Ball Show.
Yeah, I don't know how good it'll be, but they're more than welcome to come if they want to hear me rattle on.
6:30 to 7 on Tuesday at sundown. We'd love to see you there.
And he's going to share his recipe for boneless, skinless chicken thighs, which is the premier cut of a chicken. I will die on that hill.
I can do that.
Guys, again, Bearcats win 44-7 tonight, heading to the Superdome for the 3rd straight year. Back in 2 minutes, this is Bearcat football on Q94.1 and the BearcatNationNetwork.com.